All right, so we'll call this meeting to order. First up is roll call. Council at Large Cummins.
Here.
At Large Postian.
Here.
Council Ward number 1 Hembry.
Here.
Ward number 2 Helm.
Here.
Ward number 3 McNeil.
Here.
I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, on to the agenda approval. If there are no additions, is there a motion to approve the agenda? Hembry with the first and Postian with the second.
Cummins?
Yes.
Hembry?
Yes.
McNeil?
Yes.
Postian?
Yes.
Helm?
Yes.
All right, that takes us down to the communications, and if anyone would like to address the city council, this is the time that it's open for that, so you make your way to the podium. And we don't have anybody online. Seeing that there are none, we'll close that portion of the meeting and move down to the consent agenda. And these can be enacted with one motion. They are the approval of the council meeting minutes from November 20th, approval of the one-time water and sewer bill exemption at 114 West 8th, approval of the investment and treasurer's report from October of 23, approval of the liquor license renewal at Double Bogey Bar and Grill, approval of liquor license at St. Mary's Hall, which is an event on 2/10 of 24, approval of a trip request from Shannon Hillier at Tiger Club at 603 West 6th Street, approval of a drip reimbursement request to Ken and Sarah Kroc as Avantis LLC at 501 Lynn Street in the amount of $7,500, approval of a purchase for replacement dissolved oxygen meter for the Sager wastewater lab, and then finally the approval of the claims register, which does include claims paid under the current purchase policy. Do any of these need to be pulled out individually?
Item number 2, Mayor.
All right. Then can we pass the consent agenda without item number 2? Is there a motion for that?
Motion.
Postian with the first
Second.
and Hembry with the second.
Hembry?
Yes.
McNeil?
Yes.
Postian?
Yes.
Helm?
Yeah.
Cummins?
Yes.
All right, Mr. Hembry?
When you look at the information you provided from City Hall, a lot of these water overruns are caused due to lack of maintenance within the home. And as the superintendent said last time, you may, at request, waive their fee. I think it'd be good practice for the water department, since the DO meter was $2,000. You know, if you keep writing off expenditures owed to the utility, sooner or later you run out of money. So I still have reservations about writing off water that's actually been consumed and went to the wastewater plant.
All right. Is there any other questions on that? Which Cindy, or one of our utility clerks actually provided some more information on this. We've had 8 of these exemptions since 2020. And I believe they were somewhere around $2,000 in those 3 years. And this is including the last 2 that have been done.
With tonight's, it would be 9, it would be $2,778.80.
Since 2020?
On average, it's 3 a year. Though you've had 2 recent.
All right. Is there any other discussion?
With that said, it still comes back to the customer should be responsible for their and maintaining their equipment. It's just good practice on your own.
All right. Is there a motion to approve this exemption or deny it?
I just don't see how you can make one person example though. Granted, we've had quite a few of these here, had come up in the last, but we can't make this one person example. Perhaps next year we can write something different.
Yep.
change.
And
But for that being said, we can't make her an example. I say motion to pass.
Second.
Helm with the first and Cummins with the second.
Hembry?
No,
McNeil?
Yes.
Bastian,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Cummins.
All right, so down to city business. First one, discussion possible action concerning the fiscal year 24-25 proposed budget schedule. Melissa?
This proposed budget schedule has also been sent out to the council of 2024 as well, just to confirm dates and to make them aware. In general, though, the budget timeline is changing a bit from what it's been in years past, mainly due to House File 718, which has, in years past, we had to do a max levy hearing, which approved a few levies, not the total levy. That is changing this year. So they're eliminating that. And what we have to do now is we have to submit all of our levy information to the county auditor by March 1st. That will give them till March 20th. They have to, March 15th is when they have to send letters out to everyone for all tax statements for the schools, the county, and the city. So everyone will get a letter with all that information. And then we can't hold our public hearing for that until April 1st is the earliest that we can do that. On April 1st, you'll see in that outline, we have to hold two separate hearings and they have to be completely independent of each other. So the first hearing is going to be no action, just a public hearing on the levy information. That'll have to be at least 15 minutes to be considered a meeting. And then we can proceed into our regular meeting after that. So that's just kind of the general timeline. You see that the dates on there were also highlighted. We did have to move a couple things because of holidays in February. The day on the 19th was moved to the 26th. And then due to the budget process, the meeting in April is moved to the 22nd from the 15th. So
All right.
that's all.
Any questions for Melissa regarding the timeline? Is there a motion to adopt this budget schedule?
Motion.
Second.
McNeil with the first and Posturing with the second.
McNeil,
Yes.
Bastian,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Cummins.
Yes.
Hembry.
Yes.
All right, number 2, discussion of possible action concerning the purchase of a new police vehicle. This is left over from our last meeting, and Clay is also here if you guys have any questions. But if not, I'll ask for a motion to purchase this police vehicle.
Second.
McNeil with the first and Helm with the second.
Bastian,
Yes.
Helm,
Yes.
Cummins.
Yes.
Hembry.
Yes.
McNeil.
Yes.
All right, and number 3, discussion of possible action concerning moving council meeting dates in January to the 8th and to January 22nd. Is there any questions or anything on this? Is there a motion to approve that schedule?
Motion. Second.
McNeil with the first and Posturing with the second.
Helm,
Yes.
Cummins.
Yes.
Hembry.
Yes.
McNeil.
Yes.
Bastian.
Yes.
All right, so now down to reports. Mayor's report, I have nothing this week. Council, committee, city manager, department heads.
Yes. We are in the final stages of the Hinson wage study. So I wanted to get council's opinion on when they would like us to bring that final report to them. If council would like us to bring the final report to your next meeting, which will be on the 18th, or if you would like us to push that, or if you would like to push that to the next council and take that to their meeting in January.
Nice move, Tim.
January?
Second.
Yeah, all right. I think the guidance is push it to January.
Welcome aboard.
All right, so then that moves us down to adjournment. Is there a motion to adjourn? Posturing with the first and McNeil with the second.
Cummins.
Yeah.
Hembry.
Yes.
McNeil.
Yes.
Bastian.
Yes.
Helm.
Yes.
All right, we are adjourned. Thank you, everyone.
So